Hey guys, Cream Crazy here, and I know it's really late, but I tried to record this earlier and the video fucked up again. Browser force quit on me, and the usual shit that happens with my internet. Got it fixed, and after getting really stressed at FIFA 12 and about creative players being the free agents team where I can't even transfer them back because of a stupid glitch, I realised, I've got to do my predictions video for Vengeance, don't I? Yeah, get my priorities straight there, Fred. Ugh. Um, anyway, this pay-per-view looks fantastic on paper. These matches, I'm actually interested in all of them. The thing is, WWE at least has managed to make an entire pay-per-view have 8 matches before the pay-per-view even happens. First time this year, I think. Yeah, I think the first time this year that's actually happened. So, in all fairness, well done WWE for that. Let's get on with the predictions then, shall we? Because I know a lot of you have been waiting a long time for this. Beth Phoenix taking on Eve Torres for the Divas Championship. It is Beth's first defense of the title. Seems right for her to basically go out there and rip Eve apart. I wouldn't be surprised if afterwards, if Eve does get the shit kicked out of her, that she'll have a heel turn and turn on Kelly. To me, it seems blunt, obvious, and do you know what? It makes perfect sense. It's like I say sense in every single fucking video for something, right? Then we have Christian versus Sheamus. Seeing as Sheamus won the first round, I can see him winning this one. Simply because if it's true that the winner receives a world title match at Survivor Series, then it's obvious Sheamus will. Because he's a face, he deserves it because he's made this face character really interesting. And, in all fairness, that's better enough than Christian, because he hasn't done fuck all really since losing to Randy Orton at SummerSlam for me to care. So, yeah, or Christian, you got to get in a meaningful feud, or you may have to go to retirement soon as well. Just to say, because you're not really doing much. Then, Air Boom, defending against Dolph Ziggler and Jack Swagger for the Tag Team Championships. Now, looks like Vicky Guerrero's boys are getting a rematch, right? I can sense a title change. One simple reason why. Because Zack Ryder is facing Dolph Ziggler for the US title in the same night. And I can feel where WWE are going with this. Ziggler will win the tag team titles with Swagger. Vicky Guerrero is on some kind of high. They're all happy winning the titles. And then some way Zack Ryder wins. Vicky gets pissed off. Dolph gets pissed off. It just goes into complete pandemonium, right? I can sense that happening from a mile away. It makes sense, really. Massive for Ryder. Puts him over nicely. It puts him in a mid-card situation. Has a good feud between Ziggler and Swagger and Vicky Guerrero. He could be the catalyst for that movement, so to speak. The thing is, I feel for this. That Zack Ryder, he's the people thinking he might win the US title when Survivor Series is, of course, in Madison Square Garden. It makes a lot more sense for it to happen there. But I feel it'll happen here. It just makes sense for me. I don't want to see Ziggler winning 2 matches in one night, much like Angle did at King of the Ring 2001. That was actually impressive because, one, he had to fight Edge, and also, I think he also had to fight Rhino as well earlier. Oh, no, that was Edge. Oh, wait a second. I can't remember if he faced Christian or whatever. Angle won 3 matches in one night. Ziggler only wins 2. Then again, they're both title matches. Important, but at the same time, I think it's not really worth it. Ryder wins 1 match, Ziggler and Swagger win the other. Makes sense to me. Next up, Cody Rhodes taking on Randy Orton. Now, Orton's stock on SmackDown is failing. We can all see that. And I feel with Rhodes being the best IC champion in a long time and the highest rising heel, he has to get one over. Orton has to put this kid over because there aren't many heels on SmackDown. There aren't many faces on SmackDown either. The feeling is we need some more people in the SmackDown title scene. Who can fill that void? Cody Rhodes. Feeling is Orton, it's good to see him putting people over. He put Mark Henry over, for God's sake. So, what I think is important is that Rhodes gets put over, he wins, because I think it will be very beneficial for Cody. He'll go in the main event picture, he will have a piece of bragging rights over Orton, and it'll be great to see. I mean, honestly, this mostly came out over a bell being smacked over the back of his head and the legacy history. So, Honestly, this has to go somewhere for Cody. Orton gains nothing from winning. Cody will gain everything. Because if Rhodes gets buried by Orton, well, thing is, look, Orton, you put over Mark Henry. It's easy for you to sell a beating from a 420-pound world champion monster, right? It's harder and much more difficult to put over a guy who's thinner than you and is on a really big push. You've got to do that. Put him over. Because you can't just put Mark Henry over and then not put Rhodes over. You are falling backwards in the line. You've got to do something important here. Do it, or bad things will come to you. I'll definitely say that for sure. Move this around. And listen, Orton, it's a reason I hate you if you do win this match. Because one, you sell a lot of shit. Second, it's the fact that if you do not let Rhodes win, it'll show you really are too much of a glory hound to not lose your spot. And the fact is, you're falling from SmackDown. You'll just become another guy in the picture, really. No one will care. Next up, Triple H and CM Punk versus The Miz and R-Truth. Now, I haven't watched Raw for a while. I don't know why this match is happening. Probably due to Laurinaitis being a dick, thinking, oh, I'll definitely put these two together because I know they hate each other and I can get under both of their skin easily. There's only one way this match can end. Punk screwing Triple H, or Triple H screwing Punk. There is no way these two can trust each other. And I hate it when teams who somehow can't trust each other end up winning matches. Because this is, in real life, if you were teamed up with your enemy, the guy who you hated, he would try at any point to get you through it, but then screw you over knowing it'll be something we would be worth doing. It would make the guy screwing him over look strong, and the guy getting screwed look weak, but it also makes Miz and R-Truth look strong in the face of political and powerful adversity. So, give Miz and R-Truth the win that they need after they had their asses kicked at Hell in a Cell. Makes more sense, doesn't it? Sense is one of the main reasons why I love doing these videos, because I don't exactly say, oh, I want this guy to win because I like this guy. Okay, sure, I have personal bias and opinion, but I look at predictions based on the best way a storyline can go. And I think if it's better if the heels win this one. Because Triple H and Punk win, that completely corrupts the feud they've had over the last couple of months and does nothing for them. Nothing at all. So, giving Miz and R-Truth the victory is the best thing you can do. Then, we have Alberto Del Rio versus John Cena in a last man standing match for the WWE Championship. Now, apparently, stipulation on the end of this, if Cena loses, he will not be granted a WWE Championship match as long as Del Rio is champion. Now, after seeing the title flip-flop from Cena and Del Rio all the way from August to September to October now, we need to see this end. Because it's one of the worst feuds of all time. It is definitely one of the worst, in my opinion. The fact is, Del Rio needs to win. It's simple. Del Rio needs to win this fast. Simply because he can put Cena down, make Cena look human for once, and not only that, it'll give us more challenges. And for the title, Miz, R-Truth, Punk, Triple H. I could even put Ziggler in there if he hasn't got a title by the end of the night. There are so many guys in there who you can finally put in the championship scene. And I don't want Cena to take up more time. This will give Cena more time to focus on The Rock. And you know what? I found something out today. If you look at all the big stipulation matches that Cena has been in, I quit matches and basically I'm gonna say this. I quit matches and what was the other one? Oh, never mind. But seriously, I quit matches, hardcore matches, any type of Iron Man matches. He can win out of the blue. Basically, matches like that, Iron Man, I quit. Shown against Orton and Miz, he obviously just came out of nowhere, no sold the punishment, and hit locked in an STFU and won or whatever it is. The fact is, last man standing, Cena has a history of not finishing these. Now, I don't care really if it finishes in a dirty finish. It probably will do, knowing Rodriguez will get involved, or The Rock will get involved, probably. Or maybe somebody to feud with Cena, to go against him on this Survivor Series team they're doing. Could be anyone. And in my honest opinion, if you look at where it comes from, Cena will lose in this match. Because last time he wrestled in a last man standing match, Extreme Rules 2009 against Edge, he was chokeslammed through a light fixture by Big Show. That was the. You see, that's exactly where it is. He does not win matches in this category. He does not win this gimmick match a lot. He does not win last man standing matches. Because even though he is Superman and he can effectively do it, he doesn't. So Cena is going to lose by that jurisdiction alone. Cena will lose, Del Rio will win, which for the benefit of everybody it will be. And if Cena somehow wins this, Lord knows. If he somehow wins this, I will be pissed off. I mean, sure, not as pissed off as I was when R-Truth lost, but that was probably one of the shittest matches of the year. So this will be better than that. I think this is obvious, really. Del Rio for the win. Make it happen. Make him look strong. Make him look like a credible champion for the first time. And then finally, we get to Mark Henry versus The Big Show for the World Heavyweight Championship. Another simple one, this, because Big Show is actually the first credible challenger that Henry's had. And they'll bring him a good fight, because Henry took him out of action. Henry and him have legitimate heat here for this. So, you know what? It's not like Orton, who comes in and had no story with him and just got beaten up. This is Henry beating up someone who wants to whoop his ass in return. This shouldn't be that good a match, but I do expect something from these guys. Was it Big Show, Mark Henry at Money in the Bank? Yes, it was. And that was actually a good match. It was a 2.5 star in my opinion, or maybe it was even more than that. I don't know. But the fact is, these two can put on a good match. The only problem I have with this match, and the one trepidation I have going into predicting it, was that WWE has a usual returning face protocol. And if you have no idea what that is, it's where a face returns, then wins the title or a big match against the guy who put them out of action. Right? That usually happens. Which means Big Show should win the World Heavyweight Championship for the first time in his career, and win his first major actual piece of singles gold since 2002. Right? That should be a foregone conclusion. That ain't gonna happen. Because Mark Henry will win this. For one simple reason. To again solidify his position as a dominant champion person. Yeah. Why am I going on with that? And he'll be able to say, look, sure, I beat up Randy Orton. But this time, I managed to beat up a guy who was about nearly 100 pounds heavier than me, a couple of feet taller than, at least a foot taller than me, and I've managed to prove to everybody I've taken out the biggest of challengers. That is why Henry will win, because it'll prove himself as something. Because Big Show is champion and we haven't seen that for 10 years. We'll see if it pays off if he does win the title. I'm not too fussed. It's something we haven't seen for a while. It's something different. But I think it's better for the elongation of Mark Henry's dominant character, because you don't want him to beat up Orton to make him strong, and then lose to Big Show, which will make him look weak again. Therefore, Mark Henry will win this and retain the title going to Survivor Series. Definitely going to happen. Definitely going to be there. Definitely. I keep saying definitely, because it's going to happen. And you guys may have noticed, I've only booked a face win for 2 matches out of the 8. Because, like Extreme Rules 2011, that was a face card where one heel managed to win in the entire night, which was Michael Cole. Okay, this should be a heel night, where all the bad guys, apart from 2 that I predicted, win. Sure, I wouldn't mind if Ziggler beats Ryder, but the Sheamus match is a foregone conclusion. It's obviously going to go down this way. This should be a heel night. This should be a great pay-per-view on paper. Then again, Hell in a Cell looked like a great pay-per-view on paper. That didn't turn out that way either. In honest opinion, Sky Sports 1, Monday night, or Monday morning, 1 a.m. Up for that, I am. They'll be ready for it. It'll be a good night, wouldn't it? I hope it is, because it's going to be a good way of spending my morning on my first day of half term. Guys, I'm telling you now, I've enjoyed these predictions. I hope you enjoyed them as well. I hope you're looking forward to this pay-per-view as much as I am. Subscribe up there if you haven't already. Q&A questions in the moderator. Another week to do those. Click the channel link. Underneath the video player will be the moderator. Do them now. I'm Cream Crazy. You've been people watching. This is my Vengeance predictions for 2011. And I will see you guys Monday for my results and opinions. Cheers.